This is Sharon Watson, graduate student at Wilkes University, and this is a presentation on why and how Web 2.0 should be used with elementary students. To begin, we need to understand what Web 2.0 is. Web 2.0 is a term first coined by Tim O'Reilly at a conference on the changes in the dot-com world during the mid-2000s. Basically, Web 2.0 is a dot-com reformation or evolution where the user controls information on the World Wide Web. Previously, only those with programming knowledge could contribute to the web, so most Internet users were consumers. Tim O'Reilly views Web 2.0 as a way of, quote, harnessing collective intelligence, unquote. Information is now cycling throughout the Internet. The web has transformed to a platform for services where individuals can not only download information, but upload ideas through pictures, words, audio, and video. Some of the most commonly known are weblogs, or blogs for short, podcasts where you can produce or listen to audio on demand, broadcasts like YouTube, wikis such as Wikipedia, really simple syndication or RSS feeds which allow users to subscribe and organize bookmark sites, and social bookmarks such as Delicious or Diigo. Users are sharing information at any time of the day and almost anywhere. Now that they can upload and download information through Web 2.0 tools, experts and educators are sharing knowledge and activities. Open content are free materials which can provide up-to-date curriculum activities for students. Open content and other Web 2.0 tools allow learners to, quote, reuse, redistribute, revise, and remit, unquote, information and ideas. Or, as David Wiley refers to them, the 4 R's. David Wiley, a professor at Brigham Young University, believes Web 2.0 tools allow students to learn by doing and sharing. Constructivist learning theory supports engaging students with the context and content of online materials. Seymour Papert, MIT professor and expert in constructivist learning theory, asserts that context is important for learning to take place. His research builds on the constructivist view that learning is, quote, building knowledge structures, unquote. While Papert shares Piaget's constructivist view, he adds that, quote, the role of context, uses, and media, unquote, is important for learning to take place. He also states that computers should be used for more than just, quote, information technology, unquote, or as we know it, IT. Papert's statements support interactive use of the computer for instruction as important for meaningful learning. The millennials, or gamers, are growing up during a time when technology in everyday life is changing rapidly. Games and information are available at their fingertips. These young people are very comfortable with using technology. Students expect that learning in school should be as engaging as the games and simulations they play outside of school. They expect that their teachers should be using current technology as tools for exploring and learning. Web 2.0 tools are important for addressing the needs of our students and their success in the 21st century. Using Web 2.0 tools, learners are constructing rather than reproducing. They are engaging in conversation rather than just being receptors of information. They are collaborating and sharing rather than competing, and they are engaged in reflection rather than prescription. The traditional linear approach to education does not address the learning styles of the current learners. Rather than reading directions, they jump in and explore to discover for themselves how to use a new tool. Trial and error is how they improve their scores in video games and discover new features on a smartphone. As educators, we need to prepare our students for the 21st century. A national organization promoting readiness for meeting the future economy has proposed a list of essential skills. The Partnership for the 21st Century Skills has listed the skill set expected for students in our nation to be successful in this century. Web 2.0 tools are necessary for students and teachers to meet the requirements within this standards set. These, quote, 4 C's, unquote, of critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration, creativity, and innovation are the basis for the National Education Technology Standards, or NETS, established in 2007. There are countless opportunities for using the Web 2.0 tools to meet these standards. Scratch has a programming language that allows students to create animations while problem solving. PhotoStory allows uploading pictures, adding captions, and special effects. Fun is a format where students learn physics. Wikipedia and Google offer access to resources for research projects. Current learning theory supports sharing of knowledge as important for learning. Open content is a growing movement that can have a positive impact on the education of our students. The trend to use free resources to engage students in their own learning is a powerful motivational tool supported by constructivist learning theory. Open content resources allow students to learn through practice within content rather than just being receptors of information. Open Educational Resources Commons, OER, is operated by the Institute for the Study of Knowledge Management in Education for the purpose of providing free resources to teachers. Through the OER Commons, teachers can find resources to use, add to, adapt, and share for their specific instructional needs. Technology behind Web 2.0 provides users the ability to share, create through open content. To move toward a more student-centered instructional model, we need to customize instruction, which is possible with the tools freely available on Web 2.0. As I said earlier, there are many Web 2.0 tools that can be used in education. 3 that can be useful and user-friendly for elementary teachers are blogs, podcasts, and wikis. Each offers opportunities to meet individual needs and foster collaborative learning. All of these environments foster 21st century skills considered important by the ISTE, as I mentioned earlier. These tools address skills such as creativity, collaboration, researching, and critical thinking, which are deemed necessary for students facing the 21st century. Blogs make great organizational tools for teachers at any grade level. Educators can use them as class portals, online filing cabinets, e-portfolios, and collaborative spaces. Not only are class portals a good way to get organized and save time, but they allow teachers to rest easy knowing that they are helping to save the environment by not using excessive paper. Blogs can be used to store student work in 2 ways. The first way to use a blog for student work is to think of it as a filing cabinet. Any student work could be posted and archived for use at a later date. The second way to use a blog for student work is an e-portfolio. E-portfolios work much like paper portfolios, except that e-portfolios are easier to manage, to share, and transport. Students can effortlessly include videos, podcasts, presentations, and more to represent their very best work. Once they are finished, students could add a post to their blog to reflect the contents of their e-portfolios. Students are able to continuously enhance their e-portfolios by adding work as they go through school. Podcasts are another terrific tool to use in an elementary classroom. To quote Will Richardson, podcasting is the creation and distribution of amateur radio, plain and simple. Podcasts can be used to broadcast morning announcements, share presentations of projects and plays, practice public speaking, create an instructional broadcast on how to perform a task, or to create a radio show. Podcasts are also easily incorporated into literacy circle groups. Students could record their interpretations and thoughts on their current text and then post it to a blog. Once students have completed their podcast, they can listen to each other's podcasts and respond with a blog post. There are also a huge number of podcasts available to use to support instruction. One example is The Math Dude. This is a podcast series by Jason Marshall, where he shares his, quote, quick and dirty hints, unquote, and breaks down math concepts effectively with humor and a rock and roll introduction. WikiWiki means quick in Hawaiian. Ward Cunningham used this word to describe his WikiWeb with the intention for users to freely, easily, and yes, quickly edit works. Wikipedia is the most familiar wiki tool. One of the most common methods to make open content in education is the wiki process. For example, Wikibooks is a source for open content textbooks. The central advantage of the wiki is that users can edit. Elementary teachers can take advantage of wikis in many ways. Perhaps the most obvious is within the language arts block. The old way for responding to literature within the literacy circles was using journals or worksheets, but the wiki allows more collaboration and easier editing of the writing. Using a Web 2.0 site like Wikispaces, a teacher easily creates a free wiki for the class. She can create separate pages for each literacy group. As the creator of the site, the teacher can manage the wiki by adding the students as members. This means the students can edit their new page after signing in. It also means that the teacher can visit the history page to see what students are doing on the site. She can leave comments on the discussion page as well. The students can use this discussion page to reflect throughout the reading. Students would be constantly editing their remarks as they progress through the book. Co-authorship requires the students to develop cooperative and analytical skills. Ultimately, the wiki could be used to create a collaborative response to the literary selection rather than a traditional book report. A good example of a way that you can use wiki in language arts is the Kids Open Dictionary Builder. This wiki allows contributors to add or change definitions. The goal is to have a freely accessible published dictionary of appropriate words in a kid-friendly term. Why should we use Web 2.0 tools for our students? First, research supports the use of technology in the context of engaging students in meaningful learning. Second, tools such as blogs, podcasts, and wikis are user-friendly formats that enhance education. Third, Web 2.0 is cost-effective. Open content resources are free, up-to-date materials from many contributors that can save money and provide more individualized instruction in our schools. Fourth, the 21st century skills of critical thinking and problem-solving, communication, collaboration, creativity, and innovation demand that we use technology for more than mere practice and delivery of traditional instruction. Traditional software that just supports or replicates what can be done on the chalkboard is not enhancing learning. A 1996 Department of Education study of software use revealed no significant difference between the performance of the selected classes and the classes not using the products, according to a National Center for Education Evaluation and Regional Assistance study in 2007. Finally, we owe it to our students and their future to provide meaningful learning experiences. The economist Thomas Friedman writes that the world is flat. He asserts that the current globalization movement is not spearheaded by countries or companies, but by individuals. Web 2.0 has given everyone the ability to author, share, and collaborate. He believes the future belongs to the nation where citizens use imaginative thinking to, quote, mash together, unquote, ideas and specialties. The question for educators is, will we effectively use technology to meet the needs of our students so they are prepared for the future? If you are interested in more information pertaining to using Web 2.0 technologies with education, please visit some of the suggested websites at the end of this presentation. Thank you very much.